A top 25 clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. One of the great things about the early part of the season, high-profile non-conference games, and that's what we have for you on EA Sports College Football. It's the Texas Tech Red Raiders and the Houston Cougars. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Hey guys, Houston's head coach told me right before the game this is what he had hoped for and is excited that it is playing out right before our very eyes. Bringing this running back in the transfer portal, he knew that he could be someone to make an impact, but he didn't know how much. And here he is, highly productive, really starting to lean on that offensive line and gain some chemistry with the other guys on the team. We're seeing this offense come alive, and they've got to do it again here today. I'll keep you posted on how things start here in the game in the first quarter and how this chemistry is showing up big time for this team. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Running inside, it's Hughes. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him. Last week, man, he had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. Got to establish the line of scrimmage.
Looking for a man. It's Wegman. Catch in the middle. It's Young. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Looking to throw on first down. He unleashes a long one. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. With the draw, it's Hughes. Powers through the defender.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great salesman. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield till the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs to have to maneuver around before finally moving forward.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Finds him out of the backfield. They get him on the ground, but not before he keeps his opening drive alive with a 4th down conversion.
I love the aggressive nature offensively there. It's 4th down, and you're going to try and go for it. And you have so much confidence in your quarterback to be able to make that play, come up with a good throw, keep the drive alive.
Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just...
He's got it! He is in! Touchdown, Cougar!
Well, the gamble by the head coach early in the game really pays off. Remember, they went for it on 4th down to stay on the field. They wanted to be aggressive, and now they get to pay it off, scoring a touchdown. Really nice job. It's always a massive gamble as a head coach taking those risks, but when you got an offense like this, that really wasn't that tough of a decision.
And I think defensively, that kind of takes the wind out of your sails. Like, you get so excited. You force the 4th down, maybe a punt, maybe a field goal, whatever it is. I'm going to get off the field, and then they get it. And they finish with this drive together. You're right. Circle that 4th down. That was a big one.
Texas Tech will call a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Looking to throw, it's Hammond. Unloads to the wideout. The short hands, it's Johnson. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Oh, man, I mean, you don't get more wide open than that, right? Big fella running down the field, nobody near him. Quarterback puts it on him, and you just got to make the catch.
Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Pulls it in, it's Hudson. Runs through a man, he might have space. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
Hey, these wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
The Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Bring in the heat. Got rid of it just in time. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. To throw, it's Hammond. Here comes the heat. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Punt is on its way. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Plows through the defense. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Looking downfield, it's Wegman. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the 1st down on 3rd down.
Off the boot, looking for his man. Trying to make magic with his feet. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
You want to stress a defense? Get the quarterback outside the pocket right now. Really good job running the bootleg to the left, getting the quarterback outside of the pocket. He can chew up ground in such a hurry, or he can throw the football down the field. Makes it really tough on defenses.
Got a little grass. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. The Cougars pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Now he's looking to throw it. Grabbed over the middle, it's Thomas. Shakes a man and he might take off. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Houston. Hello.
Man, making a statement early in this football game. I'm open. Get it to me. He's already got 2 tutties on the game. Nice job making his presence felt early in this football game.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. He'll bring it out. It's Lee. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. To the air, it's Hammond. Fires to the wideout. With the catch, it's Lee. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. To the air on 1st down. Snagged in the middle, it's Johnson. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the 1st quarter as we take a look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Back to pass. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. They just keep firing. Punch it out of the air. Oh, he's got some space. Offense on the move. Hey, big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop them. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score touchdowns every time we have the ball. That was a big play for them, but they got to cap this thing off.
Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time. Scanning the field is Hammond. Looking to the end zone. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Stopped at the 13-yard line. The return after the interception has them in business. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where you're
looking for more room. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. Pressure coming. Hit as he throws. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Makes a move. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Hammond. Finds his man, it's Carter. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. This time he's got it.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last pass completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to get it through the air. On target. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Red Raiders! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And these slants are so hard to defend when the ball's thrown like that. The receiver catches it, and he's catching it going so fast, and you could tell the defense couldn't quite get the right angles, and he does the rest, uses his speed, gets all the way to the end zone.
And he made the extra point without problem. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Houston offense comes onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Fires to the middle. That's reeled in. It's Thomas. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Really nice timing, and that's a very accurate throw by the quarterback. There was not a big window. He's throwing the in-breaking route. It's coming from his left, and he's got to fit that football into a really tight space where his guy can make the catch. Very confident throw that time by the QB.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it harder to defend.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Wegman. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Makes the grab in their space. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. This guy is just wearing them out. Another first down, already has a couple of touchdowns in the first half, David.
He has been a problem for this defense. And if I'm this offense, I'm going to continue to feature him. He's winning his matchups. I'm going to find him.
Has him. And he will score. Touchdown, Cougars. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He'll pull it down and run. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. And the Red Raiders headed quickly to the line.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
Quarterback keeper, and he could not get loose on the run. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. Looking to throw, it's Hammond. Escapes the pressure to his right. Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be fourth down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? On fourth down, looking to pass. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the fourth down.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
Now facing a third and long. Might be changing the route. On third down, he drops the throw. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Red Raiders want to stop the clock, and they use their second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Houston will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Back to pass, it's Hammond. Rushes on him. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
You just want to find a way to affect the QB, and the defense does a great job getting to the quarterback, hitting him as he throws the football. Not only does it make that throw bad, in the future now, the quarterback's taking a few hits and makes him a little bit more unsure of himself.
Got a man. It's Eakin. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They get to him as he throws. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Cougars. The defense putting points on the board. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Going downfield for the big play. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready. They were disciplined and made a good play on the football.
Here's a heat. Got room at the 35. Thought for a minute they were going to turn that into a score. They get the big play, but time runs out here in the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look in on Iowa State taking on the Bowling Green Falcons. And it's the Cyclones looking to make it 3 straight to start the new year. They're already on top in the first half. As we take a look at other action today, check out that notable upset inside the American Conference.
To the air, it's Hammond. Escapes the pressure going right. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
I love the defensive mentality coming out here early in the third quarter. They've got the lead. They know the offense is going to be aggressive and start taking shots. A really nice play call that time, and an even better job in the back end in the secondary being ready for it. It just feels, guys, in this game like the defense is staying one step ahead.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Working well behind the sticks on second down. DB's right up on the receivers. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And as an offense, man, the last place you want to be is 3rd and long. And I think he's just got to put a little bit more mustard on that football. It comes up short, got to step into it, throw that maybe a little bit harder. But this offense now in a difficult 3rd and long situation.
He's got the tight end. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Red Raiders are rolling down the field. Just keeps slinging it. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, no surprise there on defense, right? You know the QB is going to be trying to target this guy. Nice job in coverage forcing that incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Hammond. This one's complete. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Red Raiders come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll throw it from the red zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Sellers. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Got it in the middle. It's Young. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Past the 50. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Houston. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point depth. He lofts one down the sideline. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Makes the grab on the big throw. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of a hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more shots down the field. You got to continue to be aggressive.
The Red Raiders will hustle to the line.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
And the Red Raiders will line it up on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Hammond. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Second down now after the sack.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
Yeah, taking the shot down the field, I love it. Offenses have to do that. A lot of times offenses get pretty conservative, but take deep shots down the field. Try to make those big plays. Trust your wide receivers and your big play guys to make those shots down the field.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's going to take off. Looking for room at the 30. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Red Raiders are threatening in the red zone. This quarterback part of their running game. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Corners are walked up tight. Got the big tight end on the corner route. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they take it in for 6 more points. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Fielded in the end zone. It's Sellers. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Houston offense out and ready to go. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
Delay to the back. It's Hughes. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
And you can see why it's so tricky for a defense to have to stop these draw plays. Everything the offense is doing is telling you pass. The quarterback, the offensive line, the running backs delaying. You've taken your deep drop in coverage, and now you've got to rally and find the football and do it trying to avoid these big 300-pound bodies running at you full speed. Not an enviable task.
To the air, it's Henderson. Makes the catch, it's Walker. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. Houston going up tempo.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're
wide open spaces, and he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Throws to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3/4 of a football game.
Stepping to the right. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Back to pass, it's Henderson. This time he's got his man. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. The throw. He's got him. Touchdown, Houston. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and he just has 4 now on the season.
And remember back, guys, the defense gives them the short field, and the offense takes care of business. And now building this lead and really putting pressure on the other side. The offense on the other side is going to have to get pass happy. So dial up that nickel, dial up that dime, get that pass defense ready.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Unloads to the wideout. That's caught. It's Simmons. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. And the Red Raiders want to move quickly.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working.
Going to take a shot. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Fires it incomplete. I know you want to go to this guy because he's made so many plays for you, but when he's doubled, surely somebody else has a much easier play to make.
Yeah, and it might not be the stud that he is, right? Like, I might not find another guy that's a baller like him, that's a playmaker, but now I got one-on-one matchups elsewhere that I got to go take advantage of. If they're going to double cover him, I'm going to take advantage of some matchups somewhere else.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Run inside. It's Hughes. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They'll give it to him again. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Now improvising. He'll pull it down. On the move at the 30. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cougar! They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
He'll bring it out. It's Hudson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit. Time to take a shot. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. Upstairs, he's got it. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Red Raiders want to pick up the tempo.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Got it in the middle, it's Dickey. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Here comes the Houston offense once again. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hughes.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play, like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense.
Snags it, and there's running room. Gets out of bounds after the big game, and they've got it first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Dropping back, it's Henderson. Pocket breaking down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense got it. The 50, the 40, the 30, the 20. Takes it in! Touchdown, Red Raiders!
And how about the defense just straight flipping the script? They got a goal-to-go situation, just trying not to give up a touchdown. You want to give up a field goal, not only do they make a big play, they scoop up the fumble, they take it all the way to the house, and they get a touchdown.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Sellers. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
And that didn't look like it was the right read. Like you got to be smart as a quarterback, make the right decisions. And I know he's a go-to guy, and he's already had success on the day. But sometimes you can force it in when it's just not there. That was really good.
There's some room. Stopped at the 28, but a big 15-yard pickup gives him some breathing room.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game, being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
They'll ride the hot hand. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Under fire. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
And those are the ones you just want to pull it back in as soon as you throw it as a quarterback, because you know he was open, I had him, I just put too much underneath it and missed out on a big play.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's got him this time. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Now on the move. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
PAT unit on the field. splits those uprights right in half. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. After that last possession, the interception, which did lead to a touchdown, might want to mix in a few more running plays with this big lead here. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And how good is it for a quarterback to have a running back he not only can just dump it off to, but can actually be dangerous as a receiver?
Agreed, Reese. It's not just check downs or screens or swing routes or flat routes. This guy can get vertical. And he can all of a sudden start stressing defenses in the second level. What a weapon it is to have this guy in your backfield.
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert third and short from the 30? They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Got his man to the left. He is having a day. Already visited the end zone 3 times, and he might get back there again soon, David.
I mean, just crazy. He's getting open. They haven't had an answer for him. You think at some point you go, all right, he's not going to beat me anymore, but the defense continues to give up yards, and he is like, yes, please. And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game. And the defense gets the big third down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on fourth down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. These are positive signs from a group that needs to continue to grow, needs to continue to build, needs to continue to get better. And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
He'll bring it out. It's Hudson. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking for a man. It's Cannon. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Makes the catch. It's Simmons. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. This game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
That defensive penalty was just what the doctor ordered for this offense. It's now 2nd and 3. Back to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Carpenter. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. And the Red Raiders racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
The Red Raiders will snap it on 1st and 10.
Man, you got to like these last two plays by this offense. You understand, you're in a deficit. You've got to score multiple times to get back in this football game. Nice job pushing the ball down the field, making explosive plays. They're going to need more of it, and they're going to need it fast.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. To the air, it's Cannon. He's got it. 2-point conversion is good. Just a couple of possessions down, so there is some hope.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
Time is against them. Still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Well, there's no quit in this defense, I'll give them that. Obviously, they're trailing here late in the game. It seems like the opponent's going to win, but still, they've got guys out there playing the way they're coached to play. They're playing with outstanding effort, trying to make plays to claw their team back in the game.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Got a man. It's Hudson. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. One more play to pad the stats. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Carter. And that is how we will wrap this one up. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this.